Wait, so you want fans to be happy that they got embarrassed by their arch rival?
I'm not telling fans what to do. You can feel whichever way you want. I'm just telling you, you can't say they got it wrong when they were one of the final 4 teams standing.
Wait, but I can't say they got it wrong if the best thing they could achieve in the last 3 years was getting swept by their arch rival.
Well,
that's getting it wrong.
That's your definition of wrong. Now, the Mets got it wrong this year, and the Yankees got it wrong this year.
The Mets punted. The Mets all out straight up said, we got it wrong. We're punting. The Yankees are refusing to do so when they should.
All Peter's doing, Michael, is just backing up the words that they said. What did Judge call last year? He called it a failure that they lost to the Astros.
I get it. But you can't say they always get it wrong, like they're a bumbling organization that can't get out of its own way and doesn't make the postseason. That's stupid. You sound like a fan.
At spring training, we played a game called pitchers versus hitters. The only way to score a point was to walk or hit a ball 95 miles an hour plus. And there's no baseball being taught there anymore. No base running, moving runners, fundamentals, etc.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Anzo. In today's video, we got to talk about some comments that Michael Kay made. Not only that, but we're going to talk about Derek Jeter as an old-timer. And to finish it all off, we got some insight on a former minor league player for the Yankees. And it's pretty interesting to hear how they're developing their players. Could be some shocking stuff. So let's get into it. So Michael Kay is basically defending the front office. There's a lot of politics. I personally like Michael Kay. I think he's a great announcer. I think he's a great voice. But obviously, he's not going to go like balls deep and be like, yeah, the Yankees suck. They need to fire Cashman. Because, it's all connected. That's his boss, the Yes Network, the Yankees, hire him. So of course, it's something that you got to tiptoe around it, say some things, but not too critical, and kind of just, be political at the end of the day. Well, Michael Kay said that basically the Yankees aren't doing it wrong, that they did win 99 games, and that this is something to be kind of proud of, in a way.
Their collapse in the middle of last year happened when DJ LeMahieu got hurt, where he just couldn't hit anymore. That was a big, big factor. And then in the postseason, no LeMahieu, no Benintendi, and they tried to rush back Carpenter, who also got hurt. He was carrying the team. Now, they shouldn't be applauded for that because that was not their plan for Matt Carpenter to be the second best player after Judge. But Matt Carpenter was. Then he hurt his foot, and boom, he's out for 2.5 months, and then they try to rush him back without any kind of rehab. So I think they were better than a 500 team, and I think that's why they fooled themselves into thinking we don't have to make major changes. Let's go sign Rodon. DJ LeMahieu is going to be better. We like Rizzo. He's not going to. They couldn't foresee he's going to have a concussion. I think they thought they were going to be a lot better, but now I think they see the flaw in that.
This, just being honest, this does sound sort of like excuse making, though.
Well, I don't give a crap what it sounds like. I'm telling you the reasons why it's happening. If you people want to say they're making excuses, I don't care anymore. I'm telling you the truth here. If you think it's making excuses, good, go crap in a lake. I don't care.
What's the point of the truth? They got it wrong. They always get it wrong.
No, that's ridiculous. They always get it wrong.
That is, over the last few years, they've gotten it wrong.
Really? They went to the ALCS last year. They really got it so wrong. They won the American League East. They won the American League East, the toughest division in baseball. They won 99 games. They always get it wrong.
Wait, so you want fans to be happy that they got embarrassed by their arch rival?
I'm not telling fans what to do. You can feel whichever way you want. I'm just telling you, you can't say they got it wrong when they were one of the final 4 teams standing.
Wait, but I can't say they got it wrong if the best thing they could achieve in the last 3 years was getting swept by their arch rival. That's getting it wrong.
That's your definition of wrong. Now, the Mets got it wrong this year, and the Yankees got it wrong this year.
The Mets punted. The Mets all out straight up said, we got it wrong. We're punting. The Yankees are refusing to do so when they should.
All Peter's doing, Michael, is just backing up the words that they said. What did Judge call last year? He called it a failure that they lost to the Astros.
I get it. But you can't say they always get it wrong, like they're a bumbling organization that can't get out of its own way and doesn't make the postseason. That's stupid. You sound like a fan.
And Peter was saying, how could this even be, correct? How is this right? How is this even good for an organization to get, beat up by the Houston Astros in the playoffs and think that they're doing great, every season and just come up with these excuses as to why they don't go all out or at least take ownership of it and say, look, we messed up. We thought we were going to do it here, but we're going to get ready to compete. Kind of like how the Mets are doing. You got to appreciate that the Mets ownership like they did, put a huge effort, put a lot of money. It didn't work out. Something wrong with that team chemistry. Some of those players that are there, totally fine. You take ownership of it and you say, look, few years fans, we're going to be competing. It's just not anytime soon right now. And you got to respect that. You respect honesty. But I feel like with the Yankees, we do not get some of that honesty. We're getting a bunch of BS all around every single time, whether it's Brian Cashman, Aaron Boone, or even Hal. And Michael K is also being part of that BS, just trying to show like the silver lining of it all. Yes, you know, we had some players that did great and that helped us get to that 99 wins or whatever last season, and we thought that they were going to do great. Just a bunch of excuses instead of just saying this team was horribly built. They really relied on last season and some of the lucky players that came out of nowhere, like Carpenter, where this season I don't think he's even doing great at all. He went back down, unfortunately. Relying on players that just have great years one time and then being like, yeah, all we got to do is add Rodon and we're good to go. And that's not right. That's the wrong way of looking at it. And who do we have to blame? Brian Cashman, because it seems like he's the one that's running it based on what Hal's comments are. Michael K should just say it out loud. It's Brian Cashman, and he should lose his job. But like I said, it's political. That's his boss. Obviously, you're not going to go against your boss because you're making millions of dollars and you got to like tiptoe around it. And, you know, also it's content, it's entertainment. So, of course, he's not going to, you know, agree with his co-host or whatever. They're going to talk and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, have a bunch of other people like me talk about the show, talk about the comments, things like that. Yes, the Yankees have been more successful than most teams. You can't take that away from them. But it's like each and every single season, it's just barely getting there in the sense of like, whoa, it just worked out just enough, but just to get to the playoffs. Not to beat the Astros, not to beat anyone, but just enough to get there and then lose. And that's the story every single season. But that's not the Yankees standard. The Yankees are meant to win World Series championships, but the Yankees haven't done that. And you got to look at Brian Cashman, and that's the main guy. But unfortunately, he's not going anywhere. And yes, you can think that maybe Derek Jeter could be the next GM, or, you know, we've talked about that in the off season, and there's been some people talking about, hey, what if Derek Jeter could be that next guy? I highly doubt it. I could never see Derek Jeter doing that. And he's more fit for that old timers and just a bunch of other stuff and work for Fox, you know, just the things that you're supposed to do when you retire as a baseball player. And he's going to be an old timers game. And if you guys go watch that, I mean, that's cool and all. I mean, I think it's kind of like the perfect timing to announce that and get that going because the Yankees really need all the positive press that they can get. So it's kind of just like, yeah, let's announce it now. Let's have him come back. Who knows if they had to convince him to come back, because this will be his first time. Derek Jeter's definitely taken this year as his year of coming out and being back into baseball, you know, whether that's with Fox Sports, the announcing, and, you know, being part with A-Rod, Big Papi, and all that stuff. Well, he's also going to be a part of that old timers game. Let me know if you guys like that. But like, these are the type of things that we're hearing about, but we're not hearing about any changes. And the real change we got to see is not Derek Jeter and old timers game, but we got to see some changes in that minor league system.
YouTube chat is always full of insight, and especially on this case, in this conversation, Ben Ruda is in the chat right now, who played in the Yankees minor league system recently, and he threw a few comments out there. I fully expect them to clear house in the minor leagues. All the coaches were brought in by Dylan Lawson and the analytics guys. Lawson's the hitting coach who was let go. They will change developmental culture back to old Yankees days. Keep in mind, I played in the Yanks org before analytics, 2016 to 18, and then after 18 to 20. Stark difference in developments. I asked for an example. He said, here's all you need to know. In 2020, before COVID hit spring training, we played a game called pitchers versus hitters. The only way to score a point was to walk or hit a ball 95 miles an hour plus. And there's no baseball being taught there anymore. No base running, moving runners, fundamentals, etc.
That Ben Ruda, who was just commenting there, I remember his name from being with the Yankees organization. Like, how can this be changed? Because he's spot on. I don't know about the games that they were playing, but he's spot on. And that's kind of what I was alluding to with Davey, is I don't think Matt Blake killed him. I don't think Matt Blake hurt his chances. It was the guys that they put with him at the alt site.
If that, put a damn fork in him, baby.
If that game is true that Ben Ruda told us about, that is the craziest thing I ever heard, because that's not teaching guys.
You would have lost your mind.
Oh, because I didn't walk and I didn't hit the ball hard. I never would have scored a point.
You wouldn't have made it in the big leagues then on the Yankees.
I didn't want to make it on the Yankees anyways.
And it seems like a former minor league baseball player, Ben, is basically coming out and saying this system is definitely bad. And Lawson was the one that created all these minor league coaches and trained them or whatever and hired them to really go off of analytical stuff. Playing games like, hey, you get a hit if you hit a ball that's 95 miles per hour hard, like off the bat, or a certain distance and things like that. Not focusing on stealing bases, not focusing on just like the basics of baseball, but no, just more of hitting the ball hard and basically awarding balls that go far, hence home runs. Yet that's not going to work, and there's definitely going to be a change in that minor league system going into next season for sure, since Lawson is gone. And I mean, it's kind of ridiculous to hear all that. I mean, the Yankees kind of got a little too carried away trying to be fancy with all that, but it just sounds so weird to me. But let me know your comments down below. I just think the Yankees are going in a weird direction. They're trying to be smart, but too smart, and not doing what like the Atlanta Braves are doing. You know, even though they're not spending a crap load of money like most teams are, they're doing it right. They're finding a way to get good players, keeping them for long contracts, and being successful. You know, being a solid organization to really look up to. But the Yankees keep throwing Severino out there because we don't got any pitchers. They keep throwing out some of these guys that should be retired already, whether it's a Josh Donaldson's or even signing like a Anthony Rizzo or a DJ LeMahieu and all these guys that, you know, yeah, they're good players at one point, but dude, they're not going to be good at 33, 34. Like, you're already going past their prime, and you think they're going to give you more production? It's just Brian Cashman at the end of the day. Let me know your comments down below. What do you guys think about Michael Kay? Those comments, do you think he's just another puppet in the system for the Yankees and the Yes Network? Do you agree with them? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you're excited to see Derek Jeter at Old Timers game, and if that's something that interests you. For me, it's like, that's cool, but the Yankees suck. So Derek Jeter is definitely not going to come back and start playing for the Yankees. So it really means nothing. And then on top of that, let me know your thoughts about this Yankees minor league system and how they're just not even playing baseball. They're doing like analytical stuff. And that could be the cause of a lot of different things in this Yankees organization. But let me know your comments down below. As always, thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And as always, make sure to hit that like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. And I'll see you guys next time.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.